Hello guys and welcome to another NHGT gameplay video. Today we're going to be playing the second edition of the Novelist. So we'll be playing to try and complete the game and try to find out what is happening with the novelist as he's trying to recreate, trying to help them recreate their life and see through their visions, through their past, through their memories, through their ideas. So last time we played, we were able to get a few histories. We're able to see how the kid is thinking about, how the wife is thinking. So the idea is you're meant to help this guy understand or try to understand what is happening with his life. So I'm going to read what the wife is thinking. So much time to paint. Okay, so hear noises. Where's the family? Are they downstairs? Oh, kid is there. Okay, so to choose this character's outcome, find the object in blue text and select it. You can continue exploring the house if you like to discover what other characters want to do. Pressing tab shows you the desired object for the character. You can press E to continue. So what does he want?
Are there any other kids? Are there any other kids?
Okay, so what did you want? So he wants me and Daddy can play Racing Roger, so I need to find the game. Okay, wait.
Oh, good to hear from you. Listen, things are taking a little longer than expected. I feel good about this one, but I haven't quite brought some of the threads together. It's just an execution hiccup, not a lack of ideas. This is the most complicated book I've ever tried to write, and let's just say I have a newfound respect for guys like Dickens and Joyce who can juggle 10 threads at once without getting lost. I'm figuring some of this stuff out the hard way, I guess you could say. Anyway, the outline I sent you is still good. Those are still the beats. Those are still the themes I plan to explore. I'll keep you posted. Dan.
Right, not as helpful. The wife was painting. Let's see if she's still upstairs. Oh, yeah, here she is. What does she want? Does she have like a specific? So for Dan, I need to read his thoughts for the final clue. For Tommy, we need to get Racing Roger. For Linda, okay, we need to first find where's Dan. Where's Dan? Dan should be not in the rooms. Not there. Has it gone out? So you can actually move quite fast by looking at by just traveling through the light. So one thing the game does well is that you can actually traverse. So you can use this to move. Use this light to move downstairs. So you can quickly, and they can switch out. Okay. She's thinking about things, but I need to first find more memories.
Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too.
Okay, nothing much there. Where's Dan? Where's Dan? Has he gone to the shops? Let me try to explore a bit more just to see what. Pick up more canvases. It's fine. I've seen that before. He could also be outside.
It's
Okay,
such
let's
a
read.
crazy thought, the three of us all alone in this house all summer. I never thought we could afford a place like this, but the price surprised us both when we saw it. I wonder if there's something wrong with it. Maybe it has a raccoon problem or a toilet that backs up. Guess we'll find out soon enough. Oh, and I'm painting again. I got set up today. I felt a buzz right away. So much time to work. I haven't had a space like this in forever, probably since I left the studio. I went straight into a new piece today, got lost, looked up to see it was 2 hours later. I think this new one has promise, though I still have some rust to shake off. Speaking of which, I'm going to go check on Dan and see if his new office is doing anything for him. He's pretty frustrated. He has to figure something out soon, or this place won't be any different than home.
Alright, so Dan is in his new office. So we need to read Linda's thoughts to see what she wants. We could have a bottle of wine and hang out like we used to. Okay, a bottle of wine. Kitchen.
Hey, Mommy. Hey, Pumpkin.
Kitchen is wine. Okay. So selecting the wine will choose Linda's resolution for this chapter. Dan and Tommy will be disappointed. However, if you discover Dan or Tommy's desired outcome, you'll be able to find a compromise with one of them in the next chapter. So to continue playing, press escape. So the question is, do I want... So Linda wants to have a bottle of wine. So Tommy wants to play a game. Dan is somewhere in his office. I haven't found him yet. So the idea is, okay. I think I'll want, I want Linda to have wine. It's always 5 p.m. somewhere. So let's have wine. Okay, the Kaplans are asleep. Explore the house for clues about its past. Then use by decision to Dan. Okay, interesting. I think the clues will be somewhere in the walls. By learning the desire of one or more character, you've had the ability to find a compromise with one family member you didn't choose in the previous chapter. Oh, okay, so I can actually see what compromise is. Okay, so I need to explore the house and find... there is a book here. Let me read. From the desk of Harold Baxter, January 15th, 1948, Mr. Lowry finally gave in and agreed to let me inspect the house. I believe he simply grew tired of hearing me ask, although I think deep down he knows I'm correct. A property like this doesn't simply change hands every year or so, or two without a reason. I noticed the pattern when I was cleaning out old files and this house kept coming up. It's changed owners 7 times in the last 13 years. I began digging, and not a single one of the sales was financially motivated. People just seem to keep deciding that they'd rather live somewhere else. Interesting. Which doesn't add up in my mind. This view is striking. The isolation and privacy alone makes it great property. The remoteness can't be an issue. Certainly, no one who can afford this kind of home needs to work for money. It's a mystery, but that's why I'm here. Okay. So I think we've explored one of the secrets. Let's try and see whether we have any other secrets. So it seems like this house maybe is haunted, has issues. So downstairs, I don't think there's anything else that we can explore. Bathroom, nothing. Well, I wasn't expecting anything in the bathroom, really. Painting, this is, I think, Linda's paintings. Nothing outside, so I think we can just go upstairs. Where do we start? So let's see if we can get some other secrets. From the desk of Harold Baxter. I think Harold Baxter could be maybe one of the previous owners or previous solicitors. January 16th, 1948. Standing in the kitchen drinking coffee and admiring the view, I simply don't understand it. Who wouldn't want to see this every morning? That appears to be the great question of 451 Timberline Road. I slept very well last night. It's a good thing the previous owners left the house furnished. It was just about as quiet as anywhere I've ever been. The only sounds today are the ocean and a few birds. After I finish breakfast, I plan to begin my inspection. Later, I was inspecting the upstairs walkway to make sure the railing was sturdy when I saw something odd downstairs. I'm not certain I can describe what it was, and I've already talked myself halfway out of thinking it was anything all, but it was probably just a trick of the light coming through those big windows. So I think this is a clue that as you walk downstairs, okay, so let me whisper to Dan what I've found. Okay, so the next night, Dan surprised Linda by grabbing a bottle of wine and asking her if she wanted to drink it and catch up if they got Tommy into bed. They put their favorite Miles Turner record and cuddle on the couch, laughing and catching up on the things before storming to bed. The summer was off to a good start for them. Okay, so my secret worked. Dan's mind was elsewhere, and when Tommy tried to get his dad to play Racing Roger with him, Linda found Tommy trying to play the game by himself at dinner. She sat down and played a few games with him to cheer him up, but she could tell he had really wanted to play with Dan. Okay, so poor Tommy. Mom won this time. Right? So Dan couldn't get past his writer's block. He laid awake for 3 nights trying to think of a way out of this jam, but he couldn't come up with one. He had to stay on schedule, so he forced himself to write a scene just to keep moving. He hated each word as he typed it, but he had no choice. Okay. So I think the point of the game is to have, try to have a balance between the three conflicting characters. So the inheritance. Dan got a letter with some surprise. Okay, so let's go and read the letter. The letter should be. So I'm guessing that's done. Let's read. That should. So I've gotten one of 4 Tommy's items, and I think the second one should be this. Yep.
Is there something out there?
The entire world.
Is there something out there?
Okay, so I think Linda somehow seems unhappy.
I
Let's
called the
read.
co-op today. It isn't wildly expensive, but it sure doesn't fit into the budget. It was a bigger letdown than I thought, not being able to just sign up on the spot. It gets so lonely here sometimes, and I think Tommy's starting to feel it too. We try to play with him every day, and the woods here are pretty magical for someone his age. But kids need to be around other kids sometimes. He can only play with his cars so often. Sometimes I wish there were actual neighbors here. The only friend he's made is Davy, but seeing them at the park once in a while isn't the same as having someone to pal around with every day. It's summer vacation, and he's pretty much all alone.
Because I have found one of Linda's 2 secrets. The letter should be here. This should be the letter.
Have fun?
Done. I hope you're doing well. I got this address from your father. I hope it's correct. I'll get to the point. When your cousin Richard passed away last year, we discovered that his pipe business had done very well. He wasn't wealthy, but he was very comfortable. At the execution of his will, we were somewhat surprised to find that he wished to distribute his estate among all living blood relatives. He reserved the lion's share for his immediate family, as I'm sure you'll understand, but there was a portion allotted to you as well. Encloses a check for the full amount. I trust you will honor his memory by putting it to good use. Uncle Wayne. Okay, so Dan got sizable inheritance.
Fine, Dad.
Okay, so let me see. So Tommy has an issue reading. Dan is trying to spice up his marriage, so trying to find, trying to think about getting, making his wife happy. Okay, so I think Dan is reading about his book. So love to deliver. Yeah, I don't think I want to explore his memories. I want to just have done. So there's a letter. Where's Linda? Linda was somewhere here. Oh, Linda seems unhappy. She seems very unhappy. Linda, are you okay? Okay, so I think she's having issues. Perhaps they want to go out on Friday and they need to have. Okay, so there's a letter. Whether a child enjoys art and craft, swimming, sports, recreation, singing, and exploring, they should have a ball at Camp Emerald Lake. We know that every family has unique needs and we strive to be as flexible as possible. Daily, weekly, and monthly packages are available in both sleepover and pickup options. Our lifeguards are fully certified and every counselor is trained in the cutting edge cardiopulmonary resuscitation technique. So if someone drowns, actually, interesting. Our goal is fun, but our priority is safety. The enclosed brochure contains information about all the exciting opportunities at Camp Emerald Lake. We're sure you'll find many things to like, and we hope to see a child. Okay, so I think Tommy can go swimming, and if this is on Friday, then Linda can get to enjoy, but I think she's having problems with finding a babysitter. Interesting pages. Oh, Tommy. Okay, so it feels sad that Dad didn't want to play with him. That means Dan must be somewhere in the study. Let's read the letter. Dan, I looked into it, and the guy at the literary register said that the pre-release ads do drive up pre-orders quite a bit. It's his job to sell ads, of course, so we have to take that with a grain of salt. I usually leave this kind of thing to the guys in the marketing department, so I'm a little off my depth here. But I checked with them, and they say the same thing. So it seems like the ads would make much. I think I'd have been doing a different mistake. If the book is good, you don't want to oversell or underdeliver. I have to say, this is the first time I've had a writer offer to pay for extra marketing. You sure about that? About it? There aren't any refunds if the book tanks. You've got some drive though, coming up with an idea like this. I'll give you that. Think about it and let me know. So this is from Paul. Dan. So let me see what Dan wants. So Dan wants to make his wife breakfast in bed. Okay, as it should be.
Hey, honey. Hey, mommy.
I don't want to explore the memories. I want to see what she's. Let me read what's. Okay. So, I think Tommy is sad. Tommy is sad that he doesn't have a chance to play.
How's it going?
Oh, really good. Thanks for asking.
Do I want to see his memory? No, I think it's just the same memories. Now, there was something interesting about. So let me see what quest do I have. So I need to search the house and his memories for clues. Okay. So let's see. What else is there? Where the house is kept. I think. Let's see. Let's see if we can get any of Tommy's memories.
I already played with it. I already played with it.
What about your rocket? What about your rocket?
I already played with it. I already played with it.
Okay, so that memory sequence is over. So let's see. Could be using these lights just move, which makes it faster. Then where exactly am I? So Tommy's room, we believe. Dan's office. Yeah. Bring my cat to that camp mommy told me about. Okay. Where is the kite? Where is the kite? Where is the kite? So we need to find a kite. Fishing rods. I did this. Yeah, I think I read that. So let's see. Where would the kite be? Where was Tommy?
Blast off!
I'm guessing the kite could be somewhere in his room.
And I'm going to cut right through the pleasantries and ask you, who is this Ryan that Mom mentioned on the phone? Someone new? Are you trying to keep it a secret, or did it just slip your mind the last time we talked? Spill it! Things here are moving along, I guess. When we came up, I thought it would be great to have more dedicated time to paint, but I didn't realize it would be so isolating. I miss having more people around and having new ideas floating about. I got lucky in town last week, though. I found an artist co-op called Makeshift, and it seems really interesting. It's not too big, but there are lots of different types of artists there. I'll probably call and try to get more details. I don't remember if I told you this, but I've been thinking about going back to painting full time. Anyway, enough about me. Tell me what's up with you. Love.
Okay, so let me first read.
This could be it.
I want to explore his memories. I want to read his
Met
book.
Rick once at a family reunion that must have been 15 years ago. Turns out he made his fortune by, get this, selling high-end pipes. The Sherlock Holmes kind, not the plumbing kind. He must have been a hell of an interesting guy. I mean, he found a niche and made his way in the world. You have to respect that. It makes me wonder, am I giving everything I have to this book, or am I leaving myself an out? It isn't announced yet. I could always pull the plug. I'd never get another advance again, sure, but there isn't a gun to my head. Unless I put one there. Metaphorically, of course.
Okay, so I think he's having Dan is having a crisis confidence where he feels his book might not perform as well. Could you read this? Yeah, read that. I'm looking for the kite. Okay. The literary register May edition inside the books of summer, Adam Squares, the interview maker stopped. Okay. Where would the kite? Ah, here it is. Okay. So if now that Tommy is happy, Dan and Linda might not be happy. Okay. All right. All right. Let's close this chapter and see whether we can solve one of the other members. From the death of Harold Baxter, January 17th, 1948. I'm not certain there's something strange in the light here. It must be those windows. I was reviewing all deeds in the living room and saw some sort of flash of light out of the corner of my eye. I would assume the elevation would put the ocean too far away from the sun to reflect off our wave, but perhaps not. I looked, but there was nothing there except a strange shimmer like heat above the asphalt of a hot rod. It dissipates almost immediately. Perhaps some concentration of the light caused it. But on to work. Began cataloguing possible options for the property. I owe Mr. Lowry a report by the 24th, so we have about 7 days. So, let's see. Can look at the study. Nothing there. Let's see what tasks. Okay. So we just need to explore the house. So Tommy's deep asleep. He's dreaming about playing hide and seek. So we read from the desk of Harold Baxter, January 19th, 1948. I failed to log my activities yesterday, as nothing of note occurred. There has been no tricks of the light for 2 days, and I've got certain that the ones I saw were reflections from the ocean and probably reaching the house. I've been able to focus on the task at hand, and I'm suitably pleased with the condition of the property. I have also reached a decision on how to proceed. It came to me this morning and as I stood in the conservatory admiring the beauty of the forest. I hadn't begun my work yet, and I was thinking of nothing in particular, when an idea came to my mind, my head fully formed. I was surprised that it appeared with such clarity, but it's not unheard of for the mind to ponder a question in the subconscious. As for the idea, it's quite simple. I will buy the house myself. Okay. So Harold wants to buy the house. I'm not sure if that is the thoughts that Dan is having. Okay. So let's see, what is okay, so they're both sleeping and dreaming. Okay, so we can give Dan an idea of what maybe he should do. Tommy didn't realize at first that spending a week at camp actually meant his parents loved him, but by Tuesday he was elated. He made new friends, flying his kite and swimming with other children his age. His spirits improved almost overnight, and when he connected with his new adventures with a gift from his father, Dan became a hero. So that leaves Linda. So Linda had resigned herself to the fact that they couldn't afford the co-op, but the flash of excitement she had about the inheritance quickly faded when Dad decided to use it for the co-op's fee. She tried to channel her frustration into her work, but found herself so distracted that she got almost nothing done for days. Okay. So she was hoping that Dan would use the money. Dan decided not to place the ad, and deep down he felt like he was giving himself a vote of no confidence. It was subtle, but he knew that regardless of the book's current state, he had apprehensions about being able to finish it the way he wanted. So he hedged his bets. He couldn't shake the lack of confidence for days, and his rate was stumbled. The bottle. Linda and Tommy were getting worried about Dan. So let's read first to see. Town list, go to the library, out of books again, check community board for babysitters, swing by the wild, new movie playing. Okay. Required tools. Okay, so I think he's trying to assemble the car for Tommy. It's Dan's task. I feel Tommy feels like the dad might be drinking a bit too much. A little
Barb,
more
I
than
know I wrote yesterday, but I
expected.
need your advice. I think Dan's drinking too much. And before you start to worry, let me say he's not an alcoholic.
Of course he
It's
isn't.
just because of the pressure he's under trying to finish the book. But you know Dan's never exactly been a health nut. He isn't gaining weight yet, though even that's just because alcohol kills his appetite. So he's hardly eating at night, which is another problem altogether. I don't think he sees what he's doing to himself, and I don't know how to break through to him about this. Sometimes I just want to say it's not like I have to get drunk to paint, but I know that's not the most mature way to handle it. Sorry for dumping all this on you. I just wanted to get it off my chest. Do you have any advice about how to talk to him? Yours.
Okay, so Linda is quite worried about Dan, and he's drinking. You know, he's having a little bit,
Hey there.
Oh, hey.
having a little bit too much of the brown bottle. You know? Okay, so I think we should help Linda out. So I'll find out what she needs. Perhaps. Okay.
Alan, hey man, this is gonna sound odd, but I could use some advice. I'm in hot water here because, well, I've been drinking more lately. Man, there's just no good way to write that. I mean, I used to drink and write all the time in school. You remember that, right? I guess I got away from it when we got married, and definitely after Tommy came along. But he's in bed by 8:30 every night now. And let me be clear, I'm not blacking out or driving drunk. You know I'd never do something like that. I just have a few drinks while I'm working, safe and sound in the house. A writer who drinks isn't exactly unheard of. Wow, could I sound more defensive? But here's the hell of it. It's working. It's brought back that college hunger, that energy. And in the last week or two, the book's just singing. I don't even know what I'm asking here. Maybe I just wanted to start the conversation. If you get a chance, give me a call.
Okay. So Dan's just giving excuses to why he's drinking a bit more. Yeah. Accountability is not there. Okay, so I think Tommy had a nice time at swimming when he went swimming at the camp.
Maybe I should just pour it out.
So let's look at Linda's memories and see whether or not she has any clues what she wants.
Why don't you stop at 2?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Why don't you stop at 2?
Okay, I think she's arguing or talking to Dan about drinking.
I'm fine.
He's excessive drinking. Let me see if she was talking to Tommy about it. Because I think the most affected person would be Tommy. But let's see what she's thinking here.
Stared at a blank canvas again today. Got a few strokes in, but I don't like any of them, and I'll probably paint over them tomorrow. It's so frustrating going into that room every day and trying to keep working. It's easy to get out of the house for errands or go for a hike, but none of that helps the work as much as being around other artists. I'm not going to give up. Maybe I can use this feeling in my new piece. Definitely. I'll try that out tomorrow.
Okay. So let's see what Linda wants. His jogging shoes are right there. He just has to make the effort. Okay. So he wants Dan to be a bit more, take a bit more interest in his outdoor life. Okay, so I think Tommy feels like maybe he's been lied to, because Dan doesn't want, or his dad doesn't want to Let me play with him, despite promising. Now I need to get his shoes. There's a diary. Let me read it
Right
first.
drunk, edit sober. Apparently Hemingway said that. Or maybe someone else did. It doesn't matter because it's true. To write, you have to be fearless. You have to make choices and plow forward. Surprise the reader. Surprise yourself. Make something that matters, not something safe. What does drinking do? It suppresses inhibitions. Yeah, there are typos, but that's what copy editors are for. It's not like I'm drinking all day. I'm fixing most of this stuff myself each morning. Or in the afternoon, I guess. I'm not stumbling around drunk all day and pissing myself. I'm trying to create something they'll remember me by. No one can imagine how stressful it is unless they've tried it. The pressure's so bad, I just want to give up sometimes. And those nights I drink is the only way to turn my mind off and get some sleep. When the book is done, I'll dial it back.
So Dan wants to. Oh, he has Luke in the house, in the room. Seems he's having trouble. Okay, so first let me read this.
If he
journal.
uses that Hemingway quote one more time, pretty much every night he's either super focused on his novel or too drunk for us to spend a regular night together. That used to be our time. We would put Tommy down for the night, have a glass of wine, 2 at the most, and talk about our days or maybe listen to a record. Now I'm lucky to get 1 night a week where he's sober and not writing. Most nights he has a bourbon. No, wait, make that 4. And I read in bed until I fall asleep. He tries not to wake me up when he comes in, but you're never as quiet and graceful as you think you are when you're drunk, and in a dark room, no less. Of course I want his book to be great, but I also want my husband back.
Okay, so Linda's feeling a bit left out. Now I think for this episode, I'm going to just take the shoes, complete Dan's or Linda's wishes, and then stop there. So yeah, so I'm going to complete Linda's wishes. In the next episode, I'll try to have complete all the quests first before being able to complete the wishes. Yeah. So if you like this episode, please leave a like, give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. So yeah, if you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment, share with your friends, and see you in the next episode. Till then, bye bye.